Hey, what's up guys? I'm Coach Ryan Family from VIPAR. Today I'm out here in the VIPAR pit and I'm working on my range of motion for the squat. One of the reasons people struggle to get in a deep full range squat is because just as they are right now, they're too weak in that deep end range to even do the exercise with body weight. So what happens is they'll load up a bar and they'll continually cut their repetitions short and they'll never be able to work into those deeper ranges of motion. One of the things I've got for you here today is a front foot highly elevated split squat with a heel wedge. And the heel wedge is optional. I just like it because it takes some of the ankle mobility limitations out of the equation so you can really focus on the knee and hip position. But nevertheless, that's what I'm doing today. You don't have to if you don't have access to this. But it's just a split squat. And what that does, by highly elevating the front foot, you change the leverage so that there's less load in that bottom position and you can really focus on sinking into that knee, get deep into that knee where the hamstrings really cover the calves in that bottom stretch training position. And over time, as you build strength, you can gradually lower the height of the box or the bench to the point where you're doing it on the ground. And then at that point, you will have the mobility to be able to do a deep full range of motion squat and you can start increasing your load in that exercise, okay? So what this looks like is pretty simple. First thing, I'm gonna stand with, my feet are gonna be hip width apart, so I'm gonna be standing on train tracks, not on a tightrope. That's one mistake that people make with split squats, is they stand with their feet directly in front of one another and they lose their balance. Your feet are still gonna be hip width apart. Front foot is up on the bench. Now I'm using the wedge, so I got the heel on the wedge and the ball of the foot is actually on the bench. Back leg is going to stay as straight as possible, torso upright, and I'm simply going to drive the knee forward while the hips sink down. So I want to think about going down on an escalator, not an elevator. So we're going forward and down, keeping the hips forward, trail leg as straight as possible, sinking low till the hamstring really covers the calf, and then driving back to the start. Now at the top here, there's really not much of any resistance, so you're not working that range. You're working the bottom range. So the first few inches out of the hole here really is where you're focusing. So you can even do little pulses in this range. You can do isometric holds. So I like to come up, hold for a 5 count, back down and do reps that way. And that's how you can eventually build strength over time. Once this becomes easy and you're really comfortable in that deep knee bend position, you can start working the height of the bench down to the point where you're gradually on the floor with both feet, okay? I'm Coach Ryan Family from the VIPAR Pit. If you like this video, please hit subscribe below. Get those squats deeper. We'll see you next time.